Hello guys, NRG0277 here, and today we're going to look at all of the action figures in my collection as a bit of an update for 2023. We'll start out first with this guy. This is a Twilight Zone action figure that I had got at I think Walmart or Target back in 2018. This is the guy I use for the Commander Carl videos, which I haven't made one in quite a while, so there probably might be a new one coming soon, and that's pretty much it. Next up is these two, and these two come from an Aliens pack, and one of them is a Marine, and I think one of them is the main character. It's been a while since I've seen the Aliens movies at all. This one is just April. It's from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles line, and it's April. It's April in her yellow suit, and comes with a video camera too, and that's pretty much it. Next up is Electro. Yeah, it's just good old comic book Electro. Has this weird little star-shaped head thing, and that's pretty much it. We also have the Black Panther, Iron Man, and Captain America. They're just action figures that are based off of their old comic book counterparts. I will comment though, I like that the Captain America one comes with a little shield. I have it somewhere and I'll bring it out eventually. Next up are the lot of weird action figures that I got from the either Goodwill or some dollar store. We're going to start out with this one and this one. They just kind of remind me of Power Ranger action figures, but with less movement. And then there's also this one. Just kind of reminds me of old-fashioned Aquaman, just with the coloring and all, but I don't think this is Aquaman. And next up is this soldier diver guy. I don't know where I got him. I think it was a dollar store or maybe a Goodwill. And he just wears all black and has an oxygen tank and a vest. There's also this guy that looks like he's been painted onto hell and back. Kind of looks like a weird terracotta Thanos. And that's pretty much all for this one. This one, I just got this one at a dollar store. All I did for him to customize him was just put a little helmet on with some black tack. And that's pretty much it. I'll show off the Mario and Nintendo figures now, along with the Lola Bunny figure here. We're going to start out with this one. I just got this one in an old Space Jam set a couple of months back, and I, honest to God, have no clue why I got it. Just give this one a toss now. Back in the basket with the other figures. Here's a Mewtwo one. It's not really articulated much, but just kind of just its little pegs that hold it into the plate are just wonky and barely hold it in. That's pretty much all for that. Next up is these two Marios. Here's the little Mario, and here's the 4-inch Mario. This one's articulated with shoulders and elbows and has bendable knees and legs and rotating head. This one just has movable arms and a head. Similar with Mario is Luigi, only this time his fists are balled up. I don't know why, he doesn't even look angry. So next up we're going to show off the Stan Lee action figure. I got this one a long time back, I think around late 2021. But I dressed it up differently. I like to use these for close-up shots in specific videos because of how big they are compared to my other figures. Along with this Van Helsing one and this Candyman one, that's pretty much all they are. They just wear dark pants and white shirts, or sometimes light pants and dark shirts, and that's pretty much it for these ones. The only difference is the Stan Lee one has his famous haircut, mustache, and glasses, and that's pretty much it. There's another one. I forgot to show this one off with the other Nintendo ones. This is a Luigi McDonald's Happy Meal toy with him and his Mario Kart. I've had this one for quite a while too. So around all these Sonic the Hedgehog figures are these three figures, and I'm just going to show these ones off. This is Egon from Ghostbusters, and I forgot who this one was. I think he's Ray. There's Egon and Ray. Get my camera to focus on them. There we go. They're just somewhat... They're just basic reissues of old toys from the 80s. They might be reproductions. There might be something about the molds that look different, but... yeah, that's pretty much it. They have little holes on the back for their proton packs, and that's all. And this one is Mike from Stranger Things, and I put this one with the real Ghostbusters toys because a lot of these, this one along with the other Stranger Things action figures I plan on getting, have little gimmicks that are based off of the real Ghostbusters toys. More specifically, the wave where whenever you move their arms, they would have like specific actions. Like for example, you just hang on, let me get the camera to focus. You just pull his arms up and his eyes come shooting out. Looks like you've seen a Demogorgon, or a Mind Flayer, or Vecna. And no one wants to see Vecna. And hang on, something's wrong. Let me adjust the camera. Here we go. And finally, we have the Sonic the Hedgehog figures, starting with Shadow. Yeah, he's just Shadow, just famous red, black, white hedgehog, gold rings around his... yeah, you get the gist. Next up is Rouge, and again, it's just plain old Rouge. It's nothing more, nothing less. Only problem is her wings were loose, so I had to use sticky tack to hold them in. And her arms, unlike most of these figures, can bend at the elbows. That's pretty cool. Her feet are adjustable. Hands also adjustable. Legs adjustable. Just basic articulation like any other action figure. And now we have Tails. It's got the cool swivel tail just like the Jazzwares figure, just minus the good lot of articulation. And this is a Jakks-specific figure, by the way, not a Jazzwares one. He's got like one open hand and one balled up hand and a smile. That's pretty much it. Now we have Knuckles, and Knuckles is a bit of a odd one when it comes to articulation because his head obviously turns, but these things are made out of like hard rubbery plastic material, so they can't really turn all the way, and I don't know why they designed it like that. His arms can go... due to this, his arms have very little articulation, so he'll just be like that. Looks like he's T-posing almost. And he's got the famous gray Lego things on his shoes, and that's pretty much it for him. And now we have Silver. Silver the Hedgehog. He's got his... everything about him is just, you know, how he looks in the games. I know they say that this is based off the maple leaf, this design on his head, but it looks like a goddamn cannabis leaf. And again, cannabis and Japanese maple leaves and cannabis leaves look really similar. But anyways, he has his things on his glove, as it causes him to get telekinetic powers. He bends at the knees like this, almost. Sometimes his knees are a little stiff. I can't... there we go. Sometimes his knees are a little stiff. His head swivels, like, kind of. It's just the big thing of neck fluff, or whatever it's called, that's just made of plastic that sometimes prevents it from moving properly, and that's pretty much it. Alright, so we'll just get these two out of the way now. Here's Sonic and Amy. They're just basic Sonic and Amy. Modern Sonic, modern Amy, whatever it is. Something, something, modern, classic. I don't know the difference anymore. I've always imagined them as being the same characters. Blah, blah, blah. Amy has, like, a hole right here in her hand to hold the hammer. Same with Sonic, but I think Sonic would rather run away than be around her. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Just got the buckle shoes with the famous white stripes, and 1, 2, get out of here. We're almost done with the video. Alright, now I'll get these ones out of the way. The Supers. Super Sonic and Super Shadow. So, they're just Sonic and Shadow. Well, Super Shadow, it's just Shadow painted with the black painted yellow on him. Doesn't really have to have his spikes sticking up because in his non-super form, they're already sticking up. But Supersonic's different. Okay, they got to make special molds for his spikes on the back. Yeah, that's pretty much what they did. They just gave him red eyes, too. He's probably a stoner. And now we have the last lot of figures with Dr. Eggman. Or Dr. Robotnik, I'd say. Because he's based off of, Dr. Eggman from the Genesis years, even though it's the same character. He's got hands like this that move. Can bend like that. Kind of bend like that at the elbow. Maybe you hit it backwards, I don't know. I genuinely don't know. But, like, this action figure's articulation is all over the place. His knees can bend forward like that. His hands are, like, removable sometimes. They'll just pop right out. His head swivels, and that's pretty much it for this Eggman. Start off with the Golden Chow. We got that special Golden Chow, and the only forms of articulation here are the head swiveling and the arms doing this thing. They're like... See, like that, his arms go like that, and bam, there we go. Now we have the 2-inch figures, I should say. Here we have Sonic doing the I don't care thing, or whatever it is he does whenever he boots up Eggman or Robotnik. Then we have Shadow. Shadow's just like, he looks like how he always looks like, just visibly angry all the time. And now we have Tails, and he's still got this turning tails things. I like that little detail of making it look like his tails are in motion. Like that. And Knuckles, same problem as the other figure. He can T-pose. Just like that. Kind of. I think his head turns. Just have to make it... Yeah, his head can turn. That's cool. Alright, here we go. I guess that's... everyone. I guess that's all the action figures, and until to date, as of 2023, right now, these are my action figures in my collection. Okay, bye.